Davis. This is our Science 111 Environment Earth. We're going to be talking today about the hydrologic cycle. And so what we need to do is think about the cycle as a circle. The water we have is the water that we've always had. We're never going to have any more. We're never going to have any less. So how does it move? So let's start thinking about that. First thing we're going to do is have to have the earth. So here's my earth. Here's water. We know it's water because it has fish in it. So there's my fish. Down here we have a house, and happy little house. Okay? How does water work? Well, since it's a cycle, it doesn't really matter where we start, but we're going to start in the clouds. Clouds is the best place for this. So, what's water called in a cloud? When it leaves a cloud and falls down, we call that, take two. Okay, we're ready to go. When water falls down from a cloud, we call that precipitation. Precipitation. And that's water falling down. Okay, when it lands on the earth, there's a couple things that can happen. Okay, it can either soak into the ground, that's called percolation, or it can just stay in ponds or rivers and streams. It can flow. It'll come down here, it'll flow. When it's flowing, it's called runoff. So the water will flow over the surface. All water is trying to get to the ocean. That's water's ultimate goal, is to make it back into the ocean. So it lands down here, and here we might have some snow on top of our mountain. It runs, it runs down, trying to get its way back to the sea. Well, that's how it gets there, but how does it get back to the clouds? Well, we all know what happens here, right? Evaporation. And evaporation makes everything move back up into the sky, back up into the clouds. When it gets back to the clouds, how does the cloud form? Condensation. So it condenses back onto tiny little dust particles up there, and that turns it back into a light, fluffy cloud. It hangs around in there until all these little particles get bigger and bigger and heavier, and it can't stay up there anymore, and then it falls back down as precipitation. When we get up here to the snow, there's other ways that we can get back up into the sky. So we can't evaporate if we're snow, can we? Kind of. What we do is when water vapor goes from snow, from a solid, straight to a vapor, it doesn't have to melt, that's called sublimation. Sublimation. You see this all the time. When you open your freezer door and that white smoke comes out and then it just disappears, it has sublimated from your freezer. We see it all the time. That's why the old ice cubes in your ice cube trays get smaller and smaller all the time. Yeah, sublimation. We can also, when it percolates down into the soil, it becomes groundwater. And groundwater, it will stay down here for a long time, slowly moving toward the ocean or slowly moving toward a bigger body of water. That body of water will go to the ocean. Another way that water can get back into the hydrologic cycle once it's gotten into the groundwater is us. We have wells. We drill our wells. And what we do is called withdrawal. And we withdraw water. We use it, and when we're done using it, it goes back and turns into surface water, and it ends up running back to the oceans. It gets into our lakes, rivers, and streams, and goes back to the ocean. But that's not the only way that water vapor can make it back into the air. Our lovely trees. Trees are also withdrawing water from the groundwater, and as part of what they do, they make oxygen for us, but they also transpirate water back into the air. So this is called transpiration. So transpiration goes up, sublimation goes up, evaporation goes up. We can get everything back into the system by withdrawal or just by moving groundwater or surface water. So altogether, while it doesn't look like a circle, no, it doesn't look like a circle. It is a circle. Okay, it's a completely regenerative circle. And here's the cool part. Evaporation here is a cleaning process. Groundwater percolation is a cleaning process. This is where our water is cleaned as it goes through here. This is a dirty process. Us getting things dirty and runoff picks up soils, that's all dirty process. This is the best cleaning process. Trees and plants and green things are the best way to clean this water. Okay, so we have ways. This is natural cleaning, this is natural cleaning, this is natural cleaning. These are all ways of cleaning the water. And these are all places where the earth and the ecosystem has figured out how to clean the water. Okay, so it doesn't look like a circle, but it is. All right, thanks. That's the hydrologic cycle. Okay, we're done.